So I release this information just to try to calm down things a little bit, to try to have the picture to the people who are seeking to know more about existence. So remember, it is the wake on top of the wake on top of the wake. So just like a textbook, this information is like any other information on a textbook, whether it is a mathematics textbook, it is you name it. But this one is for the social, and it is for the scientific too. But mainly the social, because all the things that we do under one umbrella, the social. It is the social is the main branch. Then we go to scientific, then we go to sport, then we go to entertainment, but mainly the social. So that's why you see we were talking about voice, that the most important thing is how we pass the information to each other. It is the social. So this is all about the facts. There is nothing more. It's all about the facts. History is for the future, and history is the future. Why do I say so? Is that when people gather around, mostly they talk about successes. They love to talk about success. It will be painful to talk about failures, to talk about a downfall, to talk about unfortunate. Most of the people enjoy talking about their successes. It is the natural assimilation. That's it. So that's why we say we are doing history, so that we can revisit history in the future as we move forward. So history is the future, and history is for the future. Okay, so back to the point now. It is the main aim is just to understand existence, to understand life. It is wise to understand everything that surrounds us. It is wise to understand everything, almost everything that is in our environment that surrounds us, and everything that surrounds us, so that we can navigate better. Intelligence is all about navigating better than the rest. So I was asking this question: why is the world behaving the way it is right now? Why is the world behaving right? So the most important thing is the human being is a being, or what we call intelligence. It is the addition of information. Remember, we are existing in a world which is the environment, the material world. There are different materials, different chemicals. So you say that those chemicals can react with one another. Those different elements will, have the ability to react and keep on reacting and keep creating different elements. So you see that as an intelligent being, you have to gather around almost all that information, and when you gather around almost that information, then you can navigate better in terms of in favor of existence as you enjoy. You remember, we have got different senses. We can see, we can smell, it is the way nature designed us, so that we can enjoy most of the material world. everything is alive, but there's different life, there is different life form. And when I say everything is alive, I mean that a stone is alive. Why is that? It is alive because there is a connection. It can feel the gravitational pull and it can listen, It have got obedience, it have got sensors, it have got the memory, it have got all those things. So in addition, again, it is pegged with energy. It is pegged with different elements, and it is alive the way it is, and it is enjoying its life in that form. And here we are as human beings, we are enjoying this life in this form, and this form is the most vulnerable form of life. And that's why you see our body mainly, it reacts mostly to it have got the defense mechanism to destruction. Everything that we do, we weigh options. The body, almost all the cells in our body, almost every activity, there is the selection of the most efficient way to thrive. For example, when we are doing farming, or when you are doing sport, or when you are in war, all those activities, you always go choose the right, the right decision at the right moment. The point here is to have more life. It is in favor of existence. So why is the world behaving the way it is right now? You see superpowers, then you see economic activities, political activities, all those development, technological advancement. What is going on? What is the request? Because remember that we talked about there is no action without the request. There must be a request of an action, then they respond to the request of an action. By the time we talked about the natural request to the natural, the natural response to the natural request. So you see that no matter how hard it seems, no matter how strange it seems, the main aim is for existence, for the prolonged existence, is they are mixed. There is a lot of mixture of different elements that exist right now as we speak. Different elements that create you. We have poison, we have what that those elements that surrounds you, and they add up to what we call life, and they add up to the mystery. So speaking about elements, these elements, the building blocks, it takes intelligence to kind of arrange everything into order. The way we see the world around us, the way we see our body, the way we see everything, the atmosphere, the soil, all material, it takes intelligence to put those things in order because of the reaction of these different elements. It takes intelligence. Okay, so on the subject of why the world is behaving the way it is, we can put it in this way. We can put it in this way. We have got two things, or can I say two feelings? The feeling of pain and the feeling of comfort on the other side. We have pain, we have comfort, and we have you in the in the middle of these things. Where do you run? If we set you free, let's say we take a stick, a straight stick like this, then we put you on the center, then we put comfort on the right side and pain on the left side, and then we put some sort of a chain or a blocking material here on both sides between so that you can't access either of these things, or either of comfort or pain. And then we release all these things, we got you loose. Where do you run? Do you run towards pain, or do you run towards the comfort? Just like a magnet and iron. A human being is always attracted to the comfort side, and no one is attracted to the painful side, to the side of the pain. So we can say that the pain side is repelling the human beings. So all of them are, running towards the comfort side. So it is the scale of the feelings. So why is the world behaving the way? I'm sure it is now clear that everyone is just running from the painful side to the comfort side. So on that note, you will see that a lot of systems are there in place just to make sure that we stick to the comfort side and not to the painful side. So it is very interesting. It is very interesting indeed to discover all these things as we are living, and it is the way we are here to discover. And when we discover, we choose the right decision, and when we choose the right decision, we prolong the existence. This is the flow. This is how all these things are flowing. This is the river of existence. So it is the natural flow. So if everything is governed by the law, and everything is, we have got the law of attraction, and everything, every human being, because if you keep on saying everything, or complicate the topic. Now remember, the topic is already complicated, so we are trying to make it less complicated as we speak. So if everything is guided by the law, and the law is repelled by pain, attracted by the comfort, then what is the comfort? What is my comfort? What is your comfort? What is your friend's comfort? What is the other nation's comfort? That's where things began to get more interesting, to get more and more interesting on that. And that's why you see most of the system are ending up like they are crashing, or they are not perfect, or it is because of the comfort. It is because of the comfort. So yeah, we are in the middle of the topic, why is the world behaving the way it is? So this is it. We are just like a seed which doesn't know, which is trying to understand itself. So when I say why is the world behaving the way it is, when I say the behavior of the world, I mean, why is everybody chasing wealth? Why is everyone chasing wealth? Why is everyone chasing power? Why is everyone chasing happiness in general? Everyone is chasing happiness. So we can put it in this way. It's all about feeling. This is the discovery. It's all about the feeling. The rule of the feeling, moving from the pain side to the comfort side. So talking of feelings, if I'm talking right now, or when you talk, you'll be passing, voice, a combination of words with the meaning. What it does is that, what those words does is, they go and they trigger, the feeling. And the most important thing is the feeling. The way you act is according to the feeling. The way if you smile, it is because you have a good feeling. If you panic, it is because so you see that when you say the power in voice, or the power, the most important weapon, it can be the word. It could be the truth. It can be the truth. When we say the word, you've got power, or almost all of the power. If you say the gun, you've got power, but without a word you can't assemble a gun. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that the weapon of mass destruction can be the word, the combination of words. So the language, what is it that we say the language? Remember, we have got different languages, but they are based on same principle. They are based on sound. They are passing sound. I think that's the most important, efficient way to communicate, even though there are some of the languages, but as the evolution is considering the evolution, we run with the majority, the most popular language, is just passing sound. So we find that there can be a most efficient language, which can be, if you can able to pass the feeling direct, it will be the direct contact. If you can able to pass the feeling instead of the word, then in that way you can communicate better and efficient and fast. Because what the word does is, if I say, a certain combination of words, then it is a feeling that I'm passing through from my body to the export. Then when you receive that voice, you convert it into a feeling. Then you take action. You generate some sort of. So it is all about the feeling. So if we say why is the world behaving the way it is, we mean why. We have to discover more, we have to understand more. Remember, the goal is to understand the way everything works, to understand yourself. Remember we talked about the seed, germinating and all of that stuff. It will be new to its kind, to its so same applies to us. We are new to this system, then we have to understand the kinds that all things that are happening. So to make things clear on the seed, the point of the seed, so you see that the wind will blow and the leaves will start to, by the time, as time goes on, it will, it will register that information into its memory, and it will take action if necessary, to keep strong, to keep the strength, So we are dealing with the environment, we are accessing, the environment, and the environment is telling us more and more and more. I think that is that the life in general, that's how we are living in general. And discovery are the most important things, especially discoveries with meaning, discovery with more advantages. Remember, the goal is to prolong existence. That's the goal. It is to prolong the existence.